thyself.
Thank you for coming on such... Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
The Fatui? Again? But who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with—
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius. But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan!
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city wall. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition. Thanks again for your help. If you run into...
I'll take care of it. Give me a moment to compose myself.
What's your battle plan?
More speed.
Huh? Who are...
Hello?
Hello? What's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here. Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only base, and neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Master Jean asked us to, but it turns out that he's a...
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any man. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonius 4th Company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll...
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Stormbear.
Thanks, Amber.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a... Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members? The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
I condemn you!
I will end you.
Time for takeoff.
Dumpy Dumpty go! La la la! Blow them all up!
Beg for mercy.
Send this quickly.
Crush!
don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number—
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute, you were saying how glad you—
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you—
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me?
But, didn't you see—
Curious. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan.
That's right.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Paimon's confused. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before. Let the show be—
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the— Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you had—
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless but you needn't worry. At least, not whilst we're investigating this matter. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such but if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some— Mark my words! Vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say,
As the—
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that— Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example?
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, Dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were This is only the first step in making a greeting.
Wait! This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Ah. Very well.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a Please acknowledge the
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and... Got it. As a...
Is everyone... The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Like I said, and here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead if that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else. Please acknowledge... Huh? Why don't you respond? Right. Fine. You may spare your...
Hey! Stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his... I'll remember your unwillingness.
La la la.
You there, lowly...
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want...
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I may be no match for you, but I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here. If you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This
Actually, Paimon?
What can we do? The Lord... Don't worry. What with perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech...
So this is the way...
That's the way things are. As memories are carried in the city, at least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared...
Yeah! What?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk...
Right? We'll just have to roll with it. Let's just...
Well then, a proper manner of speech is more aesthetic, but we must also practice your... I have a very effective way of If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, for example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat...
Paimon thinks, compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Paimon thinks...
All right, let...
La la la.
Rack and ruin! That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry.
What shall we do?
Gather!
It'll be difficult, remember.
Solidify!
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated. This scenario was... There's a ley line. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swift... My family said, let's proceed. This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Think you can get away?
I will have order.
Well done. Your performance was and you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to...
Like Paimon said, so that's it for our training.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just...
What? You mean Paimon was also...
Yes, of course. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true.
Whatever the reason. Now...
Huh? What is...
Certainly not. Didn't you just say that you were freezing?
Oh!
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for So, dear friend, don't die on...
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
Vengeance. Now then, given that your training is complete, I already have something in mind.
La la la. Woo!
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary...
We meet again, Amber. Caesar just...
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter.
Very well. It's been some time, so come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we...
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut?
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization.
You're gonna take my revenge on her for giving...
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then...
Delicious unauthorized delicacies.
Why would you choose gebrochenes Fleisch mit sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle?
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. Eula treated me to the dish once, and
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good... Of course not! It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much...
it's fine when you're just joking between us. But I'm afraid our Eula's always talking about vengeance. But that's just how...
But I am serious. And I'll remember every...
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you...
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah.
What?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm stuffed.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a...
Aren't you coming?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be... yes. Please do remember to...
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness.
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Here. And by the way, don't worry.
Paimon's been mean, but she seems to get along.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone they are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't... So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing.
How come you're able...
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused... Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters.
Whoa.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined... But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell... In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the... But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. I believe a day will come when things will...
Once everything's settled...
I'm glad. Take care.
Solidify!
The tent seems to be... Could this be another...
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself. A few humble words. Very well. I'm certainly not one to...
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Impressive. My intentions were to test you.
Oh, so he was...
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must, if I may ask, from whence did you learn such a... Ah, good. Very good.
By the way, we brought a gift.
Good. It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only it's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty...
Now even Paimon's...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity... wait, so you've come to know of this too? Well, considering your meticulous... Please, come with me. To see some... friends.
So he trusts us solely...
Well then, let's...
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
What are my orders?
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they... And therefore...
Good thinking. Paimon thought for
Let's proceed, shall we? As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman?
No need to sound all high and mighty like... Fine.
Good thing you're with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. Huh. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person? And who, may I ask, is...
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely...
Our plans are strictly... Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. I must... The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details.
And what about this... thing?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius. You must immediately offer your...
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further... Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring...
Oh, so that's what...
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Ah.
Excuse me? I'll have... That shape is the symbol...
Ah, I see.
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also...
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of... Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty
So this was all just a ploy?
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone big?
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never. No matter. We already have the intel we need.
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
Yeah, no touching.
Gather! This is order.
The door is open. Let's go.
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave.
It seems we finally caught up with you. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plan.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius?
I shall say this one last time. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the family.
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why?
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt, and had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make, trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family, but I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own family?
Huh. Things are starting to get pretty
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I... Given that you've already taken act...
Paimon took...
and there was... Let's discuss this
Stabilize!
They're here! Stop them!
I'll protect us.
Huh? Eye for an eye. Crush! Yeah. Beg for mercy. Crush!
Born of ice and frost.
Let's dance.
I condemn you! Yeah. Rack and ruin!
No touching! This is long overdue.
Order guide you.
Freeze to the core!
I see through you.
Shudder!
Went too far. You need to hurry up. This is order.
I'll protect us.
Rise!
Jumpy, jumpy, go!
Quake!
Crush! Beg for mercy. Yeah. I condemn you!
Pew! Hi-ya! Sparks and flash! Yeah. Da-da-da!
For Rex Lapis!
Order guide you.
Eye for an eye. Flood of frost. Crush.
Finished.
More speed. I condemn you.
Solidify.
There it is! That's where they put the diagram!
So you trapped us here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight.
Born of ice and frost.
Yeah.
Shudder.
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Freeze to the core. Crush.
You can't run from dead.
This is long overdue.
This is order.
Let the show be...
Rise!
Rack and ruin. This must be it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But the Fatui are dishonest. But they wouldn't. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grand.
Oh yeah! You said...
Yeah, about because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui, I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to...
Finally! After all this time... In reality, you were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought...
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out, and mark my words,
Hey! What do you mean Paimon doesn't...
you have seeded a deep enmity between us. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the...
Sure!
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.